Morning. It is Friday, June 15th, day 6. We're almost through this. I'll show you where we're going. Okay, where we left off last night is Rock Springs. That's where we are. Okay, Rock Springs, Wyoming. Today is going to be cool. Last time I drove through here coming from Oregon, going to Pennsylvania, this was my favorite area I drove through. Again, just because there's so much for me to look at while I'm driving. Especially Salt Lake City. If you've never been there, Salt Lake City is pretty cool to look at. So we're in Rock Springs, and where we're headed today is we're going to finish off Route 80. Finally, we're taking 80 into Salt Lake City, where we are getting off, and we're going to go north on 84. 84 is going to take us up into Idaho. We're going to go through there and into Oregon. Just inside Oregon is Ontario, and that's where we're going to end up. It's 537 miles from here. We should be, I think, just inside the Pacific time zone, so it's like daylight savings all over. It has been every day for the last 3 days. So that's the goal. Now, 537 miles, we've been doing a little over 600 every day, so why would we settle for 537? And I will tell you, it's based on the topography of the U.S., the terrain that I'm going over. We have hills here. We had no hills since Pennsylvania, pretty much from here to here. There was nothing in our way. Now, I have to figure my speed differently because gravity is a bitch. And when we hit hills, we slow down very quickly. So that's what's going to happen here. Instead of averaging my speed at 60, I'm figuring it at 50, just to be safe, especially through here. There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of hills. I'll stop repeating myself. So, as you know, we have 11 hours to drive. It's 537 miles at an average speed of 50 miles an hour is 10 hours and 45 minutes. Which is a good thing, actually, because right after, I should have told you this on the map, but right after we hit Ontario, we're getting off of 84 onto Route 20, and there's nothing there. I was looking last night for a truck stop or a Walmart or a gas station or a Home Depot, anything, and there's nothing. So that's going to be tomorrow, is the last leg of the trip. That'll be 400 some miles depending on where we stop. Need to stop somewhere where there's stuff to do because we're going to be shut down for 2 days. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to get to it. It's beautiful out. Looks like there's some extreme weather in Wyoming. It seems to follow me, but it's in northern Wyoming, so I'm not too worried about it. Winds went away today, so that's nice. It's making driving through this a little easier. I can keep the steering wheel straight instead of fighting to stay on the road all the time. So all of you with office jobs back on the East Coast, this is what you're missing. This is one reason I love my job so much. I can just sit here, chill, and see these cool parts of the country. I would be talking your ear off, like I have for the trip so far. I've pretty much run out of things to talk about. So, I don't know how long these videos are going to keep going. you know, there's other stuff that I can tell you about as far as trucking and things like that, but I'm not sure if that's something that you guys want to sit through, or if that's something that you're interested in or not. I started talking about stuff like that a few videos ago, and people seem to stop watching them. Could be maybe because they got longer. You know, that's when they got up to around 30 some minutes. But let me know if that's something that you want to hear about, more about, you know, trucking, exactly what we do and how, I don't know, how we maneuver these things, whatever. Let me know what you want to know and I'll tell you. I'm an open book, people. Yeah, so let me know. I'll keep turning this on, you know, so you guys can see it anyway throughout the trip. But I may not be as talkative as I have been. We are turning off of I-80. Can you believe it? It's been days. We got on this in Pennsylvania. Around that first fuel stop in Bloomsburg.
I-84 West.
Yep, we're getting on 84. This is Salt Lake City, Utah. Gotta slow down a bit. We got a lot of hills around here. I was going to show you one of them, but the phone fell off the mount there. But this is why we changed our estimate on our average speed. You can see it's a little bit hilly here. So in a car that doesn't mean much, but in a truck you'll go, well, a little bit ago I was going 65 and hit one of these hills, and by the time I was halfway up, I was in 8th gear going 35 miles an hour. Luckily I didn't have to slow down any more than that. But you figure our speed, right now I'm at 65, and we were slowing down to about 35. So you look at a worst case scenario, average between the two, you're at 50 miles an hour, which is why we estimated our trip at 50 miles an hour. Now we won't be averaging 50, we'll probably average about 55. But yeah, go with the worst case scenario, that way you're always pleasantly surprised. Yeah, but this is Utah. Looks like Wyoming, just a little more intense. And just, yeah, really interesting to look at, interesting to drive through. I'm sitting here clicking away, taking pictures. You know, the phone's mounted, I'm not holding the phone. But I'm taking pictures and thinking to myself, I wonder when I'm going to get pictures without a road in it. I think I should get off the beaten path here. Not while we're driving during the day, but maybe find a spot once we're stopped where I can go hiking or something like that. Sort of explore a little bit. The other thing is the downhills. The downslopes, the truck, being as heavy as it is, wants to fly down these hills. You pick up speed really, really, really fast. And we can't go over 68. Well, the truck will, but we're not supposed to. And a lot of these turns are 55 mile an hour turns. So you really have to be careful with it. You gotta watch your speed. Our tires are only rated for 70 miles an hour, and this thing wants to go down these hills about 80. So we gotta stop it. That's where that engine brake comes into play. It helps you slow down on these downhills. Now out in Colorado, when we ever get there up in the Rockies, I've heard that's really important, and we're going to be going really slow. I'll see if we take any video of that. not sure yet. Devil's Slide. Oh, that sounds inviting. I would love to get out and climb one of these things. One of these little hills here. But when you get next to them, they look pretty straight up. And I'm feeling pretty 40. So I don't think that's gonna work out. Plus, you know, I don't have any climbing gear. And to be honest, even if I did, I wouldn't know what to do with it. So, I suppose we'll just keep driving. Speed limit's been 75 for the past couple states. And these curves are 55 mile an hour curves, which means for us, they are 50 mile an hour curves. And even that, sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, even at 50, because we're so top heavy. You can almost feel it pulling at you. So we're just going to be careful and take it slow through here. I really don't mind going slow around this area. We've got, let's see, 330 miles to go until we hit Boise, Idaho. That's where we're fueling up. And we'll hit that today. That is right next to where the goal is for the day, which is Ontario, Oregon. That's the last point of civilization that I can find that we can possibly reach today. So, yeah, but that's where we are. Love's Travel Stop. These are pretty good, especially if you want to buy a cowboy hat or something. I haven't done that yet. We'll see when I get around to it. But we're still in Utah. I got hungry because I haven't eaten since yesterday. And that's a bad idea for me, because when I haven't eaten for a long time, I don't make good choices. So I went in and I was gonna, you know, get something healthy, like a salad maybe, and I have my turkey still and apples and all that. And there's a Carl's Jr. in there, which I haven't eaten at before. I told myself that was a good idea. So I got that massive thing behind me. I have a problem when I'm ordering food. I'll order something that's, you know, reasonable. It's just a burger. It's got vegetables on it, so it's healthy. And he came up and he asked me, do you want a quarter pound or a half pound? Well, what do you think we want? Mm-hmm. Yep. I got the half pound, and it's huge. It's about 6 inches tall. I really shouldn't eat it, and I'm definitely going to. So I'll be asleep within the next couple hours, I'm sure. I'm going to eat this, and we'll get back on the road. Idaho. Welcome to Idaho. 284 miles into this trip today. And we've been in Idaho for a little bit, maybe about 30, 40 minutes, something like that. My phone died, so I had to charge it up. We're still only around 32%, so I'm going to have to stop and do that again, but I wanted to make sure that I included this in the video, because Idaho, well, I mean, I don't remember Idaho from my last drive through, but here it is. Yep, I don't see a whole lot. Off to the left, you got some mountains. Off To the right, you've got some mountains, and right in front of us, we've got road and a whole lot of nothing. But this is Idaho. If I come across anything, I'll turn this back on. So we've hit a way station. This is a way station. In case you're wondering what this is like, it's this exciting. We are going 2 miles an hour. The speed limit sign says 35 miles an hour through here. But hey, why pay attention to that when you can be going 2? Oh, here we go. Proceed at 5 miles an hour. Stop on red light. So it's a good thing we know how much we weigh and we're legal, because if not, what's happening is they're weighing every truck and they're going to see if we're overweight. If so, we get pulled off to the right and DOT comes and inspects the truck. Sometimes they do that even if you're not overweight. I guess just because they're bored. Alright, we're going to get out of second gear here. Looks like we're good. We got a green light. Swift got pulled over. That's a shocker. And the next rest area is not for 97 miles. And I kind of did want to stop. But with DOT open for business, I'm not going to do that. Because I don't want them to conveniently find a truck that they can search, or rather inspect, even though I don't need to be inspected. So, and what they do when they do that, it depends on, there's different levels of search, or rather, I keep saying search, they're not searching it. There's different levels of inspection. Some of them, they just check your logs, meaning your hours. Some, they'll check your logs and your paperwork, your permits, your bills of lading. And level 1, they check everything. I mean, you pull into a garage type of thing, and they go all around your vehicle, check all your lights, they go under, check your brakes, check your hoses, they check everything, looking for some kind of infraction. I've only been inspected twice, and both of them were level 1s, where they went through everything. And just because I guess they have to do a certain number of those, I'm guessing when I say that. I didn't have any infractions on either of those. The truck was perfect. But as the driver, that's your job, is to make sure that your truck is legal, that it's perfect, you know, that you're in work, you know, good working order. And if you're not, and there's a citation issued, it's not on the company to pay that. Since I'm the driver, it's my responsibility, like I said. So a ticket would go on my record, and it would be my responsibility to pay for it. So we shy away from that. We made it. We're in Ontario, Oregon. The last couple 100 miles of the trip was construction and traffic. Went on for quite a while. It's one reason I wasn't filming. I was busy upshifting, downshifting, and the camera, or the phone, died for a little while. I forgot to turn it off of camera mode, which drained the battery pretty fast. So then the camera was in the back, and I wasn't filming. But you didn't miss a whole lot. Like I said, it was traffic and a whole bunch of normal crap. But we fueled up in Boise, Idaho. The truck stop was under construction too. I really couldn't get away from it at all for the last 5 hours of the trip today. Everywhere I went. That was under construction, and then after fueling up, it was rush hour, so I hit traffic coming into Ontario. That took longer than it should have, especially during the last hour of the day. It took much longer than it should have. But yeah, we're here. We made it. Tomorrow we're going to take Route 20, and I know where we're stopping for our reset, and you don't. And I'm keeping it a secret until tomorrow. It is very cool. I'm really excited about it. It's a place I've never been. Not only that, but we're going to do stuff I've never done before. And I'm super psyched. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a fun weekend. All right. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Have a good night.